Hello. Trying to live stream. Let's see. Let's just say that. Hold on. It's working. All right. Let's check it out. Nice. Turn down my music a little bit. It's working. All right. Let's check it out. Cool. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the first of hopefully many Unreal Engine 5 live streams. I just want to do this because I've been making some stuff recently, and it's just so easy to make stuff in Unreal Engine 5 and so fast. So let's open up. Let me just show you a couple things that I've made in the last month and a half, just because give you the peel back the curtain here. And there's stuff I made that never saw the light of day. Like we've got this forest I made, obviously my little spacesuit one, this ship time-lapse one. I made a ship in a river, testing out the new river system. I did one with collisions and dynamics, MoGraph and rocks and stuff. I got it's cool. This one I thought was really cool using the sci-fi. Yeah, it's a little walk cycle, a little sci-fi. This one's the Luminari kit. This one I just made with the industrial thing. I freaking love this one. It's so cool. This one I made in the forest. And like a lot of these are like 6,000 frames and stuff. And they just are immense. It's insane. And then this one was inspired by Dune Awakening. I've been playing that. This tree one was fun because it had these animals. The dance one I just did for Rococo. It was a lot of fun. These ones are cool. They're just like, I was just working with interior shots with Lumen GI and stuff like that. And all, I mean, it just looks fantastic and renders out so fast. This one's cool, little kit bash. I love like, and this one's kind of satisfying, but also kind of uncomfortable at the same time. And then my space one, of course, and then my spooky Halloween one using the kit bash Ghost Realm kit and a free werewolf model. So I've like done all of these and rendered all of them out and put them all together within like a month and a half, and like that's just cool to me. I don't know, it's fun. Like I have 14 minutes of content, and I've been doing C4D for years, and I don't have that, you know. I mean, I might, but so let's just get started and create something cool and show you some of my settings and things. I am also working on a Effectatron preset so that you can just open up that project or copy that project when you want to start one, and you'll have your post-process volume and stuff ready to go, your render settings and things good to go with the PDF of checklist things. But you may not even need to actually, you know, check those. You'll just have them set up for the best render quality. But yeah. Cool. All right, so we'll just start with that. Let's go ahead and just jump into landscape. First off, how is everybody doing today? Let me know. When I make a landscape, we can either just come in here and like draw stuff, or you can just Google like height maps of, you can use, you know, GeoGen. We can use Gaia, whatever. Gaia seems really cool. I haven't used it. I do have Octane for right now because it came with GSG, the Black Friday sale. Which I'm going to do some more stuff on GSG. GSG actually works really well with Unreal. It's kind of great. And we'll talk about that. I want to dive into the glass and stuff in Unreal because I think that's what a lot of people struggle with. But yeah, we'll just do a landscape. So let's go ahead and open up what I have is a free height map. So we'll say import from file. Then we just click right here. And somewhere along in my UE5 folder, I have a height land map, which just looks like this. Just some smudges. It's not like a super detailed one or anything. We could probably get some cooler ones from the French Monkey or something like that. Probably download those on Gumroad pretty quick. But there you go. And just like that, we have, you know, kind of a landscape. We say fit to data, so we get a little more detail on that. We can fly around. Yeah, hope everybody's doing good today. We'll go ahead and just do 200. Just to make it a little taller. And then for the material, let's go ahead and just add Azil's material. So he's got landscape material, PCG, boom, bam, just toss it on there and click import. And that's free. And that's basically gonna act like a triplanar for us, so we have, you know, rocks on the side and whatever. It's also gonna spawn grass and stuff. We can sculpt this beyond this if we want to. You know, it's not like amazing or anything, but we're gonna go ahead and scroll down and do ultra dynamic sky because I love ultra dynamic sky. Boom, and all of a sudden everything looks fantastic. Just like that. Reset the center point on that, and now we have, you know, this just you don't like having real-time lighting. You just never want to go back. So now we can just frame it up however we want. And obviously if we come down here close, we've got the grass off, which is good because it comes with grass on, but I want to add my own. So let's just create something cool here. And we can use Dash if we want or whatever. Dash is paid. I have some issues with Dash. It's a little user error. It's not the most user friendly, which it should be, but the way it is kind of wonky, but we'll see. Let's just use like some fab assets and stuff. And I have a bunch of stuff like piped in from other projects and things already, but you know, most things I use are free or from fab. I have some, I could do the Cyberpunk City kit. It's pretty cool. We could always just toss in a Cyberpunk City here in this world. Why not? But yeah, let's go ahead and I have some cool things like the PC 3D Kentucky, which is just because of, you know, I'm in Kentucky, so I had to use that. But it's just these free plants. And so what we can do here is we can come over here and we can either use like a PCG or whatever. We can build it ourselves, which I haven't learned how to do exactly yet, but we'll use Azil's quick scatter. It's very easy. We'll see how well it works this time. I've had some issues with it recently, but I think it's user error. But yeah, we'll do the runtime manager, toss that in, and then the scatter or the quick scatter runtime. Boom. That should spawn some cubes. If it doesn't, we've messed something up somewhere. So this is kind of what I'm talking about. This one work? That one works. Okay. Onload works. All right, so we need to make this bigger. So we'll say like 100. So now we're scattering all across there. And we actually tell it to, you know, do even more. Like we do 500. This is a very big environment. We're scattering like everywhere. We're scattering on the rocks and everything. And I don't want grass to grow on that. So there's a way that you can actually tell it to spawn only on the grass layer, which honestly right now it's not too bad, so I'm not too worried about it, but you can do that. And so if we tell it to spawn everywhere but spawn on layer grass output, it should only spawn on the grass and not our rocks, which is really cool. So now we have that working. What we can do is just start intensifying this, so denser. And we'll leave it for the cubes for now, but for first off, we'll just lower our grid size down, and that's going to make that recalculate back smaller. There we go. So now we should have like heavy grass, but then on the side of our cliffs, we don't have grass growing there. So we're just going to have it on these little pockets, which is fantastic. And we didn't even paint that grass. That grass layer was already painted on by the free landscape material. So good. Cool. Right. Cubes. Nice. Okay, so now we just need to replace the cubes with things. So what we can do is go back to our bluegrass here that we downloaded from Epic. So if you ever just, it is in my library here. Scroll down, and you can search for all these things on Fab. But it's free. The Kentucky Bluegrass Nanite Foliage. Boom. Now we're in 5.6, so we're not actually using Nanite foliage yet, but it'll be fine. Alright, so we've got all the healthy grass. Let's grab all those. And we'll just go through a couple of these. And really we should just make like a clump of them. So, but we'll just do it like this. So basically all you need to do now is on this quick load thing, you just scroll down to your meshes here, and we can just replace by clicking right here. And it will generate that. Instead of a cube, it should now be a piece of grass. It'll cook for a second, and then it'll go. I hope everybody's doing well. Does it sound okay? Audio's good. Everything. There we go. Replace. I had to kind of prep that a little bit. Come on. Oh, this is a mesh foliage. Sorry, we want static mesh, not a foliage instance. So I was trying to put an instance in there. So we'll try flower and grass. Let's just do a grass one. This one. That will work. I was trying to do a foliage instance, which is like different than a mesh. There we go. All right, so you can tell that that is way, way smaller, obviously. But there it is. So our grass. Cool. And so now if we want to add more, we just click this little plus sign, twirl that down, click another one, add it in. You can say, okay, I want some things to be more, some things to be less dense. A cool little plugin. It's only 30 bucks right now, so kind of great for a starter PCG content. If you don't want to pay for Dash or anything like that, or dive into PCG just yet and you just want to create some stuff real quick, it's a very easy tool to use. And let's toss this in there. And I think what I'm going to do, since I'm not going to really come back here on the mountains just yet, I'm going to lower the size of this down to maybe just 100. It'll recalculate and redense that back up. Because you can always scatter across the whole scene with something less. But we'll just see what we can make here. Right now, it's not making anything. There it is. A little bitty. So now, well, let's just add in a few more variations. Again, keep scrolling down, but it's tedious-ish. I wish this process was easier. Dash just make that easier, where you can select multiple things, just hit plus and adds them all in the list at once. That would be nice to see. Thaddeus, if you see this. Just a way to add multiple things at once. But I have no idea how easy that is to do. So I'm just going to keep adding a couple. I think the thing is like, I'm coming into a time in Unreal Engine 5 where it's like so streamlined and stuff that I don't know how much better it is. It's like, you know, coming into any software that's been updated. And like when you first started it, you're like, oh, this is so much better than it used to be, but you don't know. And so I have fresh eyes and I know, like, still can see things I wish were there. Does that make sense? All right, so now what we can do is just lower this down to about 800, and it's going to recalculate again, squish those down. We're going to get smaller, and we're going to go from 10,000 to 50,000. And now we're talking. Nanite buffer. Alright, increase R nanite max nodes. Okay, here away. Increase R nanite max nodes. R nanite max nodes. Max nodes. Current value is 209,000. Alright, let's do 500,000. 5 million? 2,900,000. Okay, yeah. There. It's fine. Cool. So, oh, we're going over 5 million now? Well, that looks great. Cool, right? Nanite bluegrass. Not even slow at all. Fantastic. Alright, let's add some trees. So, simply add them in, lower the density of them, and the same thing. So we'll go ahead and grab some trees from like maybe the beach. Let's go in Fab real quick. So you can go into Fab and grab things, whatever. We could import the European beach, Black Adler, or something into. I think Black Adler sounds cool, but it's 8 gigs. I don't want to sit here and wait for that to come in. So we'll see what we have here when we scroll up. We have beach forest right here. Static mesh. We've already filtered that out. We could add some rocks. Yeah, let's add some rocks here. So, same scatter tool. Let's go ahead and add one more thing here. And this one's density. cancel. We'll lower it down real quick. God, that looks so good though. Working on Unreal at the same in France. Put your stream on the background. Hey, thanks. Thank you, thank you. I hope you're doing well. Bonjour. I don't know any French. I went there once and I loved it. France is beautiful. I went to Paris. You know, they told us they told us as an American, they told us that the French people were rude to us, but they were so nice. Honestly, when we went to Italy, it was a little rude. Florence wasn't the biggest fans of Americans as much as France was. Loved France. So we'd go back to Paris anytime. Anyway, let's grab some rocks. So we've got the density lowered down like really low. So now we can just like grab a mossy rock and toss that in. We could come in and lower the respawn rate so it calculates a little faster, but you can see it's going to regenerate everything, and boom, we've got way too many rocks still, so we're going to lower that down even smaller. And refresh that. It should recook it, because that's too many rocks. That's still too many rocks, to be honest. So, what that tells me is that I shouldn't really worry about adding rocks this way, but I like it because it makes the grass not spawn where the rock is. So, there we go. 0.0001 gave us some rocks to break up that environment, but it's all part of it, which is nice. So yeah, we've got this nice patchy grass area. This looks good. Now, so I'd say that's pretty good. So let's go somewhere in between that and 0.001 for the trees that we originally were going to toss in here. Where's our trees at? There we are. Beach trees. So let's go ahead and add another. And we'll do a very small number once again. We'll just see what we can create here within like an hour. Thanks for the good words about our friends. No problem. Hey, Nick. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Yeah, enjoyed France. All right, let's see. 0.001, maybe even less. Maybe like 0.005 for the trees. And we'll toss the tree in there. We'll see kind of how much that populates. I just love how well this works. How fast it is. Now, woo! Okay, so this is an issue. Our trees seem to be dancing, which is fine. We don't want that. And that's because of the wind settings and stuff. What we'll do is we'll just replace that, and we'll add some like weeds, maybe like some ground cover instead, and we'll set that at like 0.5. And then we'll place our trees manually, because I think there's like I watched this guy that did a video, a breakdown of his, oh my gosh. Less of those. Those are huge. Why are those so big? This guy does environments for like Rockstar Games and different other big companies and things. His stuff looks beautiful. And he's like, I don't use PCG. I place every single asset. And I'm like, that's amazing. Also, that kind of sounds dumb. Like, you should at least use PCG for like the grass, man, or something, like for the background or something. Or why would you? I don't know, but I don't like those plants. They're not bad, but I want something else besides those. I think. See if there's something else like flowers or something we could toss in there instead. Not dumb, but just like work smarter, not harder sometimes, right? Let's do flower plus grass instead there. What did you plan to do? Oh, today? We're just gonna see where we can make. We might throw in some kit bash assets or something, but we're just gonna try to make something pretty. I thought about I've been really enjoying the cyberpunk kit and the industrial kit. We could do that. I kind of want to like do this mashup of nature and like industrialism, like brutalist kind of thing. And it may not work. I don't know, but I'd love to figure out to do some like overgrowth kind of things, but make like a futuristic city in like nature, I guess, would be what I want to try to do today. But yeah, I think this is a good start, so we'll save right here. And we'll say, call this Grasslands stream. Cool. But I appreciate you guys coming in. And if there's something you guys want to see or anything, let me know for sure. Because we can cover whatever. This is the same. Basically, I try to load a bunch of stuff into one project, like a bunch of assets, so I have access to a bunch of things. But this looks good. Yeah. We could probably lower it down just a smidge when it comes to the density. Let's just up the grid size. Yeah, and we could turn it back up here in a minute, but that just to get that warning sign off of there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. So let's see about, we've got cool Kitbash assets, industrial assets. We could dive into Kitbash more. We've got Astronova. We've got the Asset Zoo from the Dark Megascans. So we've got rocks and everything, so we can come in here and really make anything. We've got a bunch of astronaut heads. Could just put a giant astronaut head out there. Why not? We'll see. We don't really have any clear vision or anything right now, so we're just gonna see what happens. It kind of like the way I want to describe how I start my projects for this kind of thing is like, I feel I want to be like the Bob Ross of sci-fi. Like I just want to start just creating and see where things go. So we'll check out the industrial zone here. And we have some cool static meshes, and we can just start tossing some of these in. These are from big, medium, small, and these assets are so cool. So if we start like adding like pipes and stuff out here, I think instantly it's gonna start looking cool, right? Boom. There you go. Now we're playing Satisfactory. Yeah, that's the thing. The thing with Unreal that's like mind-boggling that I like so much is the scale of things. Like in C4D, I feel like everything I made most of the time was like within a 3x3 foot box. You know, like everything was inside there. And if you wanted to do bigger, you could, but it started getting risky. And this is just like opens everything up to something big, which I really enjoy. But yeah, so let's try some. We'll do some pipes. Maybe we'll throw some Kitbash in here as well. We could do a spaceship, of course. Let's grab some more pipes. And we can use dash and stuff to scatter these pipes around if we want. I don't really want to. We can use cloners to make a big grid of them. I'm trying to think of like what kind of story. Where's my... Oh, I'm clicking this. Let's just turn that off for right now. No, I'm not clicking that. There it is. Huh. Alright, set that down. We could try to start just kind of build out some sort of story here, right? Like maybe we dive into the Iron Forge and it's kind of this like old dwarven realm, but then it's been modernized through technology, and so now it's gonna have pipes and stuff as well. I don't know. We'll see what becomes of it, but what's the time? We'll just see what we can make here in the next 40 minutes or something, and you think, well, that's not enough time. It's crazy how good that Unreal is and stuff like that. Especially when you have the assets. Yeah, let's toss this over here. Okay, so this... I like this being in the foreground. I think that's cool. So we'll establish... The main thing we want to do is we want to establish our shot first. Right? I think this is like... It's a cool shot. It's got good shottiness to it. Shotty. Yeah, so let's go ahead and add a camera right there. Bing, bing, bam. Okay, we'll pilot the camera. Frame that up. You guys like my little music? I have it on loop. I made this song, and this is kind of my, this is my relaxing Lord of the Rings-esque. We're going on an adventure kind of song. Here we go. We'll do a 24 mil. Maybe like that. Yeah. Cool. And we'll play around with the lighting and stuff. That's the best part, is like you build it all and then you can play around with the lighting so fast that it's just like... And that's cool. Hello from Scotland. Hello. Welcome. Hi. How's everything going over in Scotland? I always wanted to visit Scotland. I think my last name's Scottish. Alright, so we've got some pipes. Let's go ahead and let's slide this bad boy up. But now we can like get out of our camera. We have that for reference, and if you ever want to reference it, you can just pull it up here by clicking it over here. Obviously, and then, but you also can tell it to stay up, I believe, but we'll rotate this ever so slightly. Shove it into the ground. Nice. Now you can actually turn on like mesh smoothing and stuff with virtual textures, so like my grass doesn't just like clip in, and it'll like blend in, and there's plugins you can buy and stuff for that. I haven't dove into that yet, but we'll see. Let's just take a quick peek. Yeah. I think it needs to be like either more in the shot or less in the shot. This is great. Very helpful. Yeah, but maybe I need to raise the camera up. I don't mind it being there, but I also want to see the grass. But I want to see like, yeah, maybe like that. But I want to see the top of the mountain and the clouds. Maybe like that. And I'll hide anything that doesn't like fit into the ground perfectly too. We also can move the camera, so let's build it in a way that like makes sense somewhat. All right, let's do some tanks. We definitely need some like barrels out here, and we can scatter things and stuff. We'll scatter some trees. Actually, we should do some trees and stuff too. Not that there'd be a lot of trees around. So now I gotta decide the lore, right? So I gotta say like, do I want trees to? I'm gonna turn off our PCG for right now, just for performance sake. Do I want there to be trees, or do I want this to be like a Control-C, Control-V? Or do I want it to be like, you know, a mining site where they've stripped all the trees? There are no trees. Just copy and paste some of those. This is going to be like some sort of drill site. Let's copy and paste this. Rotate it. Turn on snapping. Rotate that. And let's connect it up if we can. Which looks funny, but from afar it should look kind of cool. Yeah, doesn't seem odd. You probably can't see any of those things I just placed on the ground there. Oh, let's move them. Hey, missed one. There we go. Pull you up. I feel like I should make these like a stack, like a tower almost. And they don't have to be perfect. We're just doing a shot. That's kind of cool. All right, and so let's do like a clarifier. We'll put this like here. Maybe like this, so it seems like it's kind of pumping into that. And again, we're just kind of lining stuff up and seeing what we can. We're doing a quick and dirty render to see what we can make in a few minutes. We're not making a game here. Ooh, that's a cool thing. Let's put that back here, but make it huge. It's a cool shape. Oh, I like that. I don't know what it is, but it's cool. Could toss a generator out there. Okay. Yeah, let's do like copy paste. Just trying to get ideas now. Like some sort of, I don't know, some sort of system. Copy paste. But I want these to kind of like line that. All right, back to our camera so we can kind of see our framing. Yeah. Okay, let's slide this over. I want it to be in the shot, but back it up out of those buildings. I want to go above the mountain. Yes, I do. Cool. Okay, more pipes. Yeah, let's put this like here. And connect that. Let's see, let's rotate it this way. Pull it up and rotate it one more. I want it to fit in there. Like so. Yeah. So now it makes a little more sense. We've got some assets. Ooh, what's this? And I haven't even looked at all these assets yet. I just bought them the other day. They were on sale. And the big, medium, small use assets are always phenomenal. All right, let's dive into... Well, we've got some ground ones we could toss in here. Let's see. Oh, monstrosity. But now it's like, now I'm breaking up my ground. I don't know if I want to put a ground in there. I also have the rain material on them. I don't know. That's not bad just clipping in there. That's not bad. Don't love it. See if I can move it over. Yeah. There we go. Okay. And background. Where we at? Where we at time wise? We still got 20 minutes or so. Get some lights, some big things. What's this big mega pipe? This looks like something I could use and make it gigantic, like some sort of crazy sci-fi machine. Whomp. Yeah, see, that looks cool. Back to the camera. We might need to... What if I rotate? Just slide the cam over just a smidge. Now we're off balance, though. I don't like that. Let's see. Let's move this guy. Back to the cam. Yeah. Yeah. Sweet. Okay, let's make like a row of these, because when you're mining, you know, you've got a couple of ores, you gotta maximum efficiency, right? You gotta have, oops, copy paste. Copy paste. Yeah, and then we'll grab these, copy paste, put one for each of those, like they're something involved with it, right? And we'll put a pipe like here, connecting those. Oh yeah, okay. Put it on the back side. I don't think you'll be able to see that. Copy paste. Slide that underground. That'll be fine. Yeah. Support pipe. What's that do? Yeah. Ooh, warehouse. Perfect. Yeah, let's put that like there, but copy paste it. Offset it. That's blocking our view there. Let's make this kind of a big thing. Copy paste. Copy paste. Bing bong, shift click, copy paste. Alright, back to the camera in case we're not covering everything up. Not terribly bad. I don't love these, to be honest. Let's do this. Let's rotate every other one of this batch, at least. Okay. Yeah, alright. It's better. That's pretty cool. Let's get rid of that guy. Alright, now get our grass and stuff. We got. So I feel like I need something here, but I like this being here. So I think I need more tanks or something. Ooh, a refinery. I need something else right here, kind of in this middle gap here for composition's sake. If you guys have any questions or anything, just ask. Feel free. I'm not like in a hurry or anything. I mean, like, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm just here having fun. The rule of threes for my factory. Everything's gonna have 3 of them except the big things. So everything will sort of make sense in your head. You're like, the fact that there are 3 of those, 3 of these, 3 of those, your head will kind of say, okay, those are working together. Possibly. That's the idea, at least. Yeah, let's grab each one of those. Slide it over ever so slightly. This way. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Now, let's just add in our grass again, and then we'll save. And we can add in some people if you want. This is our grassland stream level. That's not warm anymore. Right. But yeah, so I mean, just having cool assets, and we can toss in some people and stuff. But I don't like tossing in people if I'm not going to animate them sometimes, because I feel like because Unreal Engine can animate them and stuff, I like to have that. And we're going to do a video rather than just a still render. So we'll toss one in and see how it looks, but I think we'll get rid of them and just do regular. Because I kind of want to toss in some, like, a couple buildings back there. Like, this is the plant powering the research facility or something, you know, like make up some story with it. But there's our guy. Humans do add scale to something like right away. Like if you toss in a person, all of a sudden everything just kind of clicks together and makes sense. So we'll have this guy here right in the front. And since he's pretty much just like a little worker guy, why can't I grab you? What just happened? What's my mouse doing? It's freaking out. Hello? Alright, we'll just find him here. Welder. I swear, sometimes I just have a spaz out. We'll put you down here. Just need to be touching it. I really want to do like a series where I just go into games that have cool environments, because that's like my favorite. There we go. He's working on that. Is like games like Wukong and stuff have just really cool, beautiful environments that are designed well. Elden Ring it doesn't look graphically very good, but the design of it is fantastic. Stuff like that. The Forever Winter. Things just cool looking games, whether the gameplay's there or not. I'd love to do a series on that. I do have a gaming channel, actually. I'm trying to do some stuff for that. Let's turn our PCG back on. So, back to our PCG world, turn that on. Quick time, run time, boom. Refresh. And we'll need to go in here and set this back down to 800. It'll spawn in our grass there. Cool. We'll go back to our camera. Boom. So now we have this cool, pretty grass. We could add some plants and things in here with the foliage tool, perhaps. Or we could throw in a building in the background. Cyberpunk. Oh, people with umbrellas. It's that Cyberpunk. This is the big, medium, small Cyberpunk pack. Let's look at the static meshes of that. So we got people, but There's also all these cool buildings and things, jackets, everything. Cars, vehicles, blueprints. You can add traffic very quickly with a spline. Here we go. We can do some big. It's like a large. It's like a Tyrell, yeah. Tyrell type building. Tossed it in the background there. This is from Big Medium Smalls Cyberpunk pack. So you can buy them, these packs, you can buy them on Fab, but obviously, you know, they're cheaper on Fab, but they only work in Unreal Engine. Or you can buy them on, oh my gosh. There we go. Just shove that in the mountain because that looks awesome. Done. Now we've got lore. Now we've got people here. Let's grab a spaceship from Kitbash and park it like right here. I have my spaceship. I try to put my spaceship in all my stuff for some reason. I don't know why. It's just become my thing. I have this grand vision that I'm gonna do this like this trailer, this short that's just me, my metahuman, like going through different worlds that I've built and just teasing that and enjoying the the possibilities of Unreal Engine and why I'm excited about it. I've got something stuck in my throat. Spaceship, Kitbash, blueprints, vehicles, Interceptor A. Boom. Let's go rid of our guy. Excuse me. I also have the lighting on this jacked up. Sorry, I know it's not nice to listen to somebody cough. Let's slide him back. Wait, where's our guy gone? Did I delete him? I did. That was stupid. Why did I do that? Accident. Didn't mean to. Welder. Welder? I barely know her. Oh, I do that joke way too much. Anything that ends in ER. Or OR. It's pretty stupid. But it makes me laugh every time. I've got to turn on the emission materials on my spaceship because they are jacked. Because for whatever reason, the Megascans cavern it requires your light to be crazy. Hi. Alright, fly back out here, fix our guy up. Yeah. How we doing on time? There you go, buckaroo. Now he's like, what the heck have I... What was I doing? What was I doing? Here we go. Alright, can we see him? Yeah, good. Alright, spaceship. Slide that in. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. I do not want to move my landscape. Yeah, let's see. Let's park this like... Ooh, what if we park this like... Well... we can put it up in the hill. What is this doing? There we go. Ooh, what if we like put this right in the center of this ring? Like it's some sort of like... It's just there. Let's put like a little... Do I want the whole... Like we could build a little platform for the spaceship. Like it's getting worked on inside this thing or something. Let's just copy this asset, paste it, bring it over. I grabbed the wrong thing. Didn't mean to grab that one. Thought I was grabbing this. Let me look real quick what we got here. Generator. Let's just do the meshes. Cooling tower, forklift, grain terminal, mega factory, mega pipes, set dressing, street lamps, warehouse, wires and cables. Ooh, that's a cool looking thing. Let's pop that in here. Boom, right there. And we'll add this mega factory and put the plane on that, or the ship. Ooh. Oh, okay, you're big. Maybe you can go behind it. Yeah. Like that. Yeah, we'll just set this. We'll just leave it hovering in there. I definitely gotta change the lighting on that. Scroll down. Yeah, this. So we need to go into our kit bash. Go to the editor here. Blueprints. Slide that over. Go in here. Go down to the mesh. Static mesh within the exterior bits. Scrolling through that, looking for the one with the illumination, so I can find it easier. There we go. Scout interior. Open that up. Well, it's interior, but that's needs to be 5, not 8,000. And then let's look at the other materials here. The thrusters, probably that, I would guess, would be the other outside. Yeah, 18,000. We'll turn that back down to 5 as well. Boom. There we go. Now it's not shining light like crazy. For some reason, oh, something's still shining light. This maybe Atlas base. No, missing multiplier is just 2. Bottom thruster. Aha. 5 middle body. 5 miscellaneous details. 5 nose top. Thrusters we did. Glass we're good. This one 0 and 5. Cool. Alright, now we're not blasting light out everywhere. Alright, and then we could, let's see what we can find out of our set dressings. Maybe there's something like just this, or just a gateway, like an elevator. What's this gonna look like? Yeah, copy paste. Maybe just something like this. It just seems kind of silly, but might just make it kind of pull together, like it's some kind of thing that they've pulled up to work on it. I just love that you can just build things so quick. Yep, and let's raise this up. How are we doing on time? We're running low. Nah, we're good. We're good. Doesn't have to be perfect. Be paste. All right. Just kind of plopping some stuff around. That's good enough. That's fine. All right, back to here. Oh yeah. Let's raise that up so you can kind of tell that it's a ship in there. All right, let's plop a couple trees in. Just because we have them, and maybe a couple rocks, but that's pretty much it. We'll probably tweak some lighting and stuff and be good to go. All right, so trees, black adder, foliage, simple wind. Here we go. So now we can again save. Why does it keep telling me that I need to save it? I know it exists. This is it. All right. I'm mixed feelings with this big building in the background. You know, I like the idea of some sort of corporation or something, but having the office buildings that close to the industrial zone seems silly. We'll play with it here in a minute, but let's add some trees in. So we'll go to the foliage tool, and we'll just grab a bunch of these trees, almost, yeah, just all of them, toss them in, drop them in, boom. And we'll select the trees first, and we'll make it a little bigger brush size. Density is going to be real low, and we'll say about 10 for the density. All right, so we'll just kind of make a bigger brush here. Boom. That's insane. 0.1 for the density. Boom. 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 Why does the wind look so funny? Those look really crappy on top of the hill. I know the nanite's getting bogged down. It's fine, guys. Alright. Just some trees scattered in. We will fix the wind on that. Oh man, I've been driving my camera around. Shh. Okay, those look like butthole. Black Adler, what are you doing? Why do they look so crappy? How do I control my wind? Let's find that. No? Is that not a thing I can find? Because that wind looks like doo-doo. I'm just gonna delete that. We don't want to use those. Those are dumb. I'll figure out how to... Is this one... What's this one look like if I toss this in here? Yeah, let's try again. Foliage. Let's just grab like one tree. Test it out. No. No. Not those trees. I like the new trees in the 5.7. We just need a couple trees. Let's just do... We won't do Black Adler, but we will type in tree and content here. Just see what we get. We'll go to static mesh. It's just the beech trees. So if I test that, and does that look better? That looks way better. Okay. So let's show where this is. Assets, show in folder view. Okay. So now we go to foliage. And let's grab these. Toss them in, because they look much better. Alright. Now we'll do 0.1. We'll get out of our camera. Make it a little bigger. There we go. We're not that quite that big. There we go. Just paint in between here. So you got some funny ones back there, but that's alright. Alright, let's see what that looks like. I don't like the trees, if I'm honest. Like, we get rid of them. I think I don't like them. I don't think they add anything. I don't think they belong. No. What do we need? Rocks? Just fog? Where's my guy? Why does he keep going away? I don't know. Let's see what we got here. I like that shot. What? Why do I have to save this every time? Level stream. I'm just a bot. Alright, let's play around with Ultra Dynamic Sky now, and that should... Well, I can't decide if I like the big building in the back. Thoughts on the building in the background? Should it be there or not? Should it be more of like a communication tower or something? Could do something like that. It's like not so predominant. Thoughts? Anybody? That's not bad. Like, it's on the other side of the mountain. Yeah. Okay, I want to paint some, like, ivy on this or moss or something. Do I have that? Window. Fab. Ivy. Free. English ivy. Thank you. Add project. Alright, I'll put some overgrowth on the pipe. I want to just do some like small plants. What if I can do that? Let's go to my bluegrass and grab a really let's scale one down and like paint it on. See if it can make it look like moss. If it make it real small but real dense. I like that. Alright, so let's just copy this. And so we have this one here. And we'll go to foliage. Toss that on there. Okay, but we'll make it real small, like 0.2 to 0.3. And we want this to draw. Paint, small brush, very high density. We want to paint on just static mesh here. So come out of our camera. Where we at? There we are. Alright, let's see if we can paint some. Alright. Maybe that doesn't count as static mesh. Maybe it's a blueprint. No, it's a static mesh. Is that too small? Oh, yeah. Whoa, it's so small. 0.5, 0.5. Okay, and then density we just... Wow, okay. Can we go higher? No, I hate that. It's like just on the top. It's kind of cool. Not sure why. Let's see. Oh, I know why. I know exactly why. It's the slope. This. We can turn that up, and now we should be able to. We should be able to draw there. We'll see if that works. And that doesn't seem to be working. That does it. Align max angle. No? Does anyone know how to make it draw on the sides? I thought ground slope angle would do it. Really would have thought that would have done it. What are you gonna do? Alright, well that's probably fine. Yeah, we got that little twinkle. Alright, now we need our PCG to come back. Please. There we go. Hello. Welcome. Here we go. Now we got some moss on the top of that. I wish I could draw it on the side. I'm not sure why I can't. It's really annoying, but we'll put some ivy on the side to cover that up. Now, where did I put that ivy? Ivy. Could probably just use like decals, but let's do the... Is this what I brought in from Fab? Let's see. It's going to be inside the Fab folder. So you just brought it in from there. Fab, Megascans, English, Ivy, Raw. There we go. Okay. There it is. Yeah. Let's grab this. Okay, that should be fine. Let's draw with that. If we can draw it on the side, try. We'll try to figure that out. Okay, just this, and then... See, I can't get it to draw on the side. Put a little bit on the top. Yeah. It's not bad. Yeah, let's break that up. But I want to draw it on the side. It really bugs me that I can't. It has to be with the way I'm drawing right here, like the... Maximum angle and degrees of foliage will be adjusted away from the vertical. Like... Slope angle. Foliage instances will only be placed on surfaces sloping in a specified angle range from the horizon. Alright, well if I do 350, that should work, right? I don't know why that's not. My brain's too smooth. Too smooth! That's alright, we can just place it out there. So we'll grab this. We'll toss it on there. Rotate that. Copy paste. Copy paste. Copy paste. Bring that up, over. Just want to break up the pipe a little bit, you know? Yeah. Doesn't have to be crazy. Yeah. I don't like that one. There's like this one hanging over. So the cool thing is with the foliage tool is that you can actually come in here and grab the foliage you painted and move it and adjust it. Or at least delete it. There you go. Cool. So we go back here. Copy paste these. We'll slide them down. Copy paste. Just kind of smash these together. Copy paste. Copy paste. Like a loop. Yeah. That should look better. Alright. I like that much better. Let's adjust some of these ever so slightly. Cool. And then we'll just play around with Ultra Dynamic Sky. So we'll come in here and we can play around with the weather if you want, but definitely want to bring in our post-process volume from another project that's already got everything set up for us. And then, yeah, we'll do cinematic. We'll go to File, Save All. Okay, this is good. I like this. I don't like the way that's hidden. It's hidden funny, but we're going to open up a project real quick and do that. We'll grab our post-process. I covered that in the tutorial that I just released the other day about post-process volume with Lumen and stuff. Been playing around with Pathfinder and stuff too. Path Tracer, I mean, not Pathfinder. This is my dance scene, and we're just gonna grab my post-process out of this real quick. Copy and go back into the level we were just in. Here we are. And paste that in here. There we go. Cool. Lighting quality, scene detail 20. Reflections, quality 20. Just one refraction bounce. We don't really have any of that. Yeah. Should be good. Cool. Looks pretty good. Let's move our camera. Let's just go ahead and do a new sequence. This will be our stream sequence. And we'll go ahead and grab our camera, toss that in there. We'll get rid of the nanite thing here in a minute. It went away on its own. Boom. Cool. All right, so we've got this kind of like this. I think what I want to do is let's do 800 frames. Slide this down. Slide this down. We'll just do a nice shot. We'll go ahead and keyframe all this. And what I want to do is I'm going to go into the camera. I want to lower the aperture in the lens settings. I want it to be able to go down really low. So like really low. And so now what I want to do is lower that aperture down so it is low. Like 0.8, like just stupid low. And then we can bring in our focus plane and focus on this rock right here. Boom. So we can start with like this as the shot, right? Pretty cool. Pretty shot. When it goes to lens settings, diaphragm count, diaphragm blade count, crank that up. It's gonna make those softer back there. Just fine. We could lower them way down. Should make them like edgy, but yeah. You can mess with it and make it like anamorphic and do a squeeze factor, which is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. but we didn't plan on that, so we're not. Yeah, we'll do this just like that, and we'll keyframe all of these how they are, and we'll go 800 frames in the future. Oops. Oh my gosh. And we'll just move just like that. And then maybe change the, oops. Wait, did my focus distance not get set? That's incredibly frustrating. Keyframe. And then, so it's about here. We want to really go out there. Yeah, that looks good. So now we grab this. We say linear, grab the keyframe at the beginning. We say linear, back it up, hit play. Ooh, yeah, I definitely want it to be slower. So maybe not linear. Maybe we do a user bend there. Do I just want it to go slower? Is it just too big of a move? That's pretty cool. I think I just wanted to sit there first for a bit. Maybe that's all I want. Grab all these and just sit there for a couple seconds. Yikes, yeah. But keyframe those, and then, whoopsies. Then we'll do a smooth between them. We'll do a cubic smart auto smooth, so it'll be like, oof. Why didn't this get the cubic auto smooth? Yeah, like that. Yeah. All right, camera angle, good. All we need to do now is tweak the lighting if we want to. We can just play around with that. That's what I love about Unreal Engine. We've got like 5 minutes. Let's tweak the lighting. And I mean, I like the lighting how it is, but I want to add some fog because it's me and everything forever needs fog. I don't think we need rain or anything. We can do some fog here. Not too crazy like that. And we'll type in vol here for volumetrics. We can change the volumetric clouds to be full cinematic quality. We can lower them down, you know, which if we lower them down low enough, we can put them in the mountain. And so then we can make it cloudier. And now our building is like in the mountain back there. It's kind of cool. Let's go back to the vol again. We can bring it down like that, which also looks pretty cool. I don't hate that. See what I'm saying about fog? I don't mind that. Like it's like right there, right above it. But we're not getting like light rays or anything, obviously, because we got a lot of fog coverage. So don't hate it. Doo-doo-doo. This song's been on loop now for an hour, but it's still not really old. You can always rotate around. I like that. I think I want it to be slightly more daytimey. Yeah. All right, now let's type in shaft and turn on that. And let's see if we can get some beams coming in. Nothing too crazy. Let's go ahead and do volume again. and scroll down further below the clouds and go down to our render fog, volumetric fog, boom. And then volumetric global material, boom. And then ground fog, boom, on top of that. Cool. So now we can play around with the fog on the ground. So we have height fog here, which we need to adjust. We can say manually, give it some more. Oh, man, I just love fog. I love it. Why does that make it look so good? Go back in here. This is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Thoughts? I mean, I like it. We can mess around with the sun. See if we can get it to be a little brighter. Because I like the time of day. But I do want the sun to pop through just a smidge more. Which we can do. I like the clouds. I like the fog on the ground. And we just increase the manual extinction of that to get that going. We could do another layer of clouds. I don't really want to. The speed of the clouds is fine. Sun. Sun intensity. Just a little bit more. And then let's do just a slightly less cloud coverage. Oh, yeah. Okay, now I could do... Let me play around with the shaft again. I do need to set it to adjust a path tracer. Actually, I guess I don't have to, but I will. Click. I think it just looks better. We'll let that cook for a second. All right, so R dot skylight capture message 1. Guys, I think it looks pretty good. And that was about an hour. We tossed this together and we'll render it out. So cool. There's kits and stuff, just worlds. It's just fun to make little worlds. Obviously, you could spend way longer fleshing it out, building it out, adding more to it, but let me try to get some more. I want to get some more light beams coming in. Oh. Did I do something? Let's see. Now, what if I just... Oh, there's the beams. Oh, there's the beams. See them coming through up here? That's a lot of beams. Too much beam. Yeah. I think the ground fog needs to be higher. Which we can do very easily. We scroll down. And I think we can overall make it all foggier, but less... We'll see. Now we'll do samples 8. Scale a bit bigger. So now it's like thicker chunks of fog. kind of dig that. Yeah. All right. That's pretty cool. And so let's. Yeah, I like that. Like a nice foggy morning. We could play around with the fog again here real quick. The overall fog. We're not doing rain or anything. No leaves. We can do rain on the window. We could do a lens flare, which I don't think we need, right? Because we're not gonna see it. So, but let's lower the shafts down a smidge. Yeah. Yeah. Just like that. Cool. But like dialing in these like last few things is so good in Unreal Engine. Because you can see it. You can literally dial things in because you can see it live happening. That's so good. Stars we don't need. Clouds are fine. Atmosphere dust. Here we go. Now for the overall fog. Distance. And extinction. Okay, let's let that be. We'll scroll up to this. And we can dial that in. I like the fact that it's useful to separate the depth. We have depth, 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 right? So boom, 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 boom. Different areas of visibility. Cool. I'm not sure what's going on back there. I kind of want to put something there. Oh boy, let's grab one of these. Put it back there and make it big. Just kind of distract from that grass. That grass will shine. Yeah. Cool. All right, let's render it out. So we'll go to render settings. We'll go right here. And so basically what will happen when you do get the free template is you'll just come up here and you'll click a preset that's designated for this. But we'll go ahead and do, what, 2540? Is that right? No, 2560 by 1440. It's 2K, right? And we'll go ahead and go to settings. So go to anti-aliasing. Here's the best part. You go to override. You say TSR. You leave everything else how it is. And you turn on warm-up frames. You say 64, 64. And that is it. Now you go to console variables. Go to plus sign and type in max quality. And set it to 1. And that is literally all you have to do to render out. And everything look good. So we choose where we want it to go, which we want it to go into BMS. New folder. This is going to be the stream folder. And so there we'll go stream 1. All right, we'll save that as let's save stream 1 stream 1 underscore, so we don't mess up the numbers. Accept. And hit render. And now we watch it render live on stream. And then we put some sound effects to it and render that out. It's good to go. Just color correction. We could do the color correction in Unreal. But yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that stream. Let me know. Thanks for hanging out. I'd love to do more. I like these like 1 hour challenges where we see what we can make it an hour. Just get different vibes and pieces and review kits and maybe just pick a Kit Bash kit out for the day and say, today we're challenging ourselves to use this kit. Let's make something, you know? I think that'd be really fun. So let me know what you guys think about that. I would love that. Compiling shaders. What is this? Borderlands 4? Apparently that's really bad for a lot of people. I think because my... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, I'm checking my email here. I've been selected to participate in the marathon closed beta. You know, it was pretty meh last time. Maybe it's better now. I don't know. that it's gonna be, but I don't know. Does anybody else play? Anybody else a gamer? Any gamers in the chat? I love gaming, man. It's my only hobby, really. I said I exercise in my family, obviously, but they're not really, family's not a hobby. But I like playing with them. Playing with my kiddos. And my wife, sure, why not? She's fun. But yeah, it's taking forever to compile these shaders. It's because of the PCG grass. But watch how fast this renders once it goes. Ready? Set. And I am streaming with the GPU, but this is what's not. It's warm-up frames. 3, 2, 1. Go. Look at that. Estimated time remaining less than 30 seconds. 20 seconds already. 18 seconds. 15 seconds. Unreal feels a bit like gaming. Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, I have these, I have this weird, because I have these games where I love building in games. Like, I used to love Minecraft and, like, Nightingale that has really cool Unreal Engine 5 building and Shrouded building games. I have Dystopica, all these things. And, sometimes I'm like, I want to play those games and just relax. But then I'm like, I should just do it in Unreal Engine so it's work. So it's like, it's really hard to balance, like, that work-life thing. But I find myself at night now coming back. I don't like that this is clipping through here. I might turn the light rays off. It's just the fog, but we'll see what that looks like. But like sometimes I'm like, should I just want to game, but also like I want to play around in Unreal because I don't know. So it does definitely bleed over for sure. Yeah, I know. And I'm like, but then I get in Unreal and it's never quite as easy as it is in a game. There's some really cool games on Steam. There's a game on Steam. Let me see if I can find it real quick. That's you can see my Steam library is very, very big. I also have an Xbox, a PS5, and Switch 1. So, but there's a demo on NextFest right now of this game. Ooh, what's it called? Oh my gosh, I just pulled it up the other day. It's not Tiny Glade, it's like Tiny Glade though. It's not Make Room either. Tiny Glade is amazing. Shoot, it has a demo on NextFest, and you build these like tiny versions of things. Oh well, I'll find it. I'll post it somewhere. But I don't remember what it is. The last Indiana Jones hypes you? Yeah, dude, it was pretty. I've got like 70% through it, I think. I game hop a lot. I play a lot of different games. But yeah. Gaming is fun. Here's all my stuff. Alright, let's add this to the list. And where did we grab that from? That was... Yeah, Indiana Jones is good. Here's the thing. Like, a lot of people are like, Indiana Jones Game of the Year. I disagree. Like, I like it. I think it's a great Indiana Jones game. But, like, it's Bethesda and stuff, which comes with its own... It's good. You don't know Tiny Glade? Oh, Tiny Glade's... If you like casual just building games, that's a real good one. Alright, so here is our final results. Which seems to be... not what we... Where's my rock? Where's our rock at? Did we mess something up in the blueprint? Well, the good thing is it was so fast we can go right back in there. Yeah. Oh, our PCG didn't render. Oh, flippity gibbets. Our PCG's not there. It's on runtime. Is that the issue? Do I need to do unload? See, I feel like I use this. It is on load. See, so I need to do on runtime? Surely not. It's just, I think I just need to regenerate it. Yeah, why is it just not showing up? I'm trying to help you sell your product, Azil. Your quick scatter. It's not working. There we go. Maybe if I just toggle it on and off. It could be a small bug. Technically, it's literally, there's no goal. You just build. Yeah. Let's try that again. I don't know. That was weird that did that. We'll just override it. We'll pay attention this time in the render preview that the rock is there. Nope, it's not. What the heck? Is it because I'm using warm-up frames? Could be. Just, yeah. Let's try it again. This is troubleshooting 101 here. Let's figure it out. Nope. It must be on run. It must need to be on runtime. Did I just screw it up? Can I swap it without having to rebuild it? Is it just me using the wrong thing from the get-go? And it's my fault. It's very possible. Doesn't need to be damaged. Cooking? No, I don't know what that does. What if I throw it in here? Make it a part of this. And this as well, why not? Because, like, obviously I see it there, right? It looks good. We'll try again. I wonder. I think I might have just messed up and put the wrong thing in there. Yeah. Nah. Nah. That's a real bummer. Maybe it's the nanite nodes, though. I don't know. Nanite nodes. Niagara nodes compile to content. Nanite max nodes. $10 billion majillion. I mean, it's working there. I really don't want to have to rebuild it. Let's see. PCG blueprint. Generate at runtime. We can change it. Now let's see. Did I figure it out? Did I? Nope. You little. This is weird because I had it like it's in my other things, like in my other videos. I've rendered it out with the grass here, no problem. Let's try again. Let's go to the PCG and generate on demand. Compile that. No. Because, I mean... Use camera cut? I don't know. What if I do that? Yeah, this is frustrating. This is what it always is, isn't it? You get to the end and it's like, well, the one thing didn't work. That should fix it, though, I would think. Nope. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Swap that to runtime. Swap the other thing to runtime. That should... I think fix it, right? And if not, you know, we'll just come here and paint it, I guess, but that's... Alright, let's do a fresh render setup here. Bam. Just do default. Call this one level. Save you in there, yep, okay. We'll do 2560 by 1440. And then, yep, console, we'll do anti-aliasing, bing bong, boom. And console variable, add max quality 1. We'll try that again. It should work. On runtime. It's running now, right? That should work. It's there in the background. Why isn't it showing up here? Is it just a preview? Is it really there? Let's check. This is bugging me. No, it's not really there. Dang. What am I doing wrong here? Maybe there's something I need to toggle. Maybe I don't need to spawn meshes on the GPU. Try that and try turning that on. I feel like it should work though, yeah? What if I just do that? Well, now what? So now all that's in there. I don't know what that just did. I'll be honest. I'm gonna murder somebody. For real, what's going on here? I could have painted it in by now. 14 millions is still not enough. Alright, runtime, maybe it's just too much. Let's do less. We'll make it a smaller grid. It looks so good though. Oops. Okay, now it's just slightly over 10 million. Let's just make it smaller. Like 80 by 80. This is kind of how it goes, isn't it? You do like 90% of the work, and then you're like, what is happening? Alright, why is it not working at all now? Okay. Alright. Maybe it's just a little buggy. Let's just paint grass on there. Screw it. Alright. We're gonna paint it. So we'll grab our... where's our Kentucky? We're just painting on there. PCG was good, but now it's falling apart. I don't know what I did wrong. Alright, we'll grab... all of these. Go to foliage. Slap it in here. And we just want to paint on the landscape. So we're going to go paint. Just landscape, not static meshes. And we'll get out of this. Make our brush much bigger. Our density is going to be 100. And we're just going to paint. I hate those like weird overlaps, but I guess you can't really see them. I don't like that it does that. This big brush. He's gonna break it. See, the PCG runs so much better. That's the problem. But what good is it if I can't render it? But I can render it. It's frustrating. I just want to have enough of it that it shows up in the shot, so. Really bummed that that kind of has happened. But I appreciate y'all sticking around for the end of the stream, the troubleshooting. I think that's one of the more valuable parts of this kind of stuff anyway. Alright. See how that looks. That was good. It's not bad. It's not bad. We'll put a rock in there. I don't love it. I feel like I should have made like all of that foliage smaller. Yeah. I mean, I can erase it, you know? I can reapply it. Okay. Oh, no, I can't. I see. Alright, well, if we... Alright, erase that chunk. Let's paint it back on smaller. With just some size variation. Smaller still. 0.2 and 0.63, sure. Right there. Better. Just needs to be way more. See, that's why the PCG is so good. This is so much slower. I probably should just like close it and reopen it and see if that fixes it or something. Because it's definitely worked before. I might have to now. I think I've frozen it. All right, Alt F4. Here we go. We're getting out. Okay. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, it was a fun stream. This is a cool building game. If you like doing chill building, Dystopica. It's let's see if yeah, here's some of my screenshots. Like you just click and build little cyberpunk cities. Super nice and chill. It has cool music too. Good cyberpunk vibes. Playing Dune Awakening. It's been good. Helldivers is a cool one, a cool world. Buggy, but fun. Alright, let's see. Close. Well, yeah, let's close Premiere. And let's open this back up. Try to render it out one more time. If not, well, we'll end the stream and we'll fix it later, and I'll talk about how I fixed it in the post. But we'll wrap up the stream after we open this back up. It's been an hour and a half. I want to do an hour. We got it done in about an hour. We just had this weird issue with probably user error on my part with the PCG asset. But yeah. Yeah, either way, I enjoyed streaming. I love streaming. It's easy to do. So let me know if you guys like that. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I always thought about doing streaming for patrons where I can do like a Ask Me Anything, where it's just like, hey, how do I do this? And I just do it. Stream for everybody to learn and can access it and stuff, which would be pretty cool. Yeah. Soul Frames are pretty cool when it's coming out. It's gonna be, it's weird. It's the same people that did Warframe, but, so it's weird. It's a weird style. Warframe's nuts. Couldn't get into it. Here we go. Alright, let's see if you can load it back in. Easy tool bag. Anybody, any of you guys use Easy Tool Bag or any of William Foster's stuff? You see, his tools seem interesting. They seem like things you can just do. Without needing the tool. But, I don't know, like Ultra Dynamic Sky. There's nothing Ultra Dynamic Sky can't do that I feel like his Easy Fog and Easy Snow and Easy Rain can do. I don't know. Alright, there's our rock. There's our plant. Our plants drew in. Okay, let's open this up and see if this is just our straight up planted grass. Okay, we'll put in our rock. Alright, we're freaking out a little bit here. The high watermark is 17 million for my nanite right now. That's a lot. Why does this look like this? Alright, let's try. Turn this off. It's freaking out. Alright, let's see if the PCG will load. That's so frustrating. Swampy's back. Why can't I see these though? Our skylight. Capture message 1. Okay, go away. See, yeah, it's weird. I don't know why this isn't working. If I just tell it to spawn everywhere versus spawn on grass layer. Maybe that's the issue. Or it's not at all the issue. Anybody have any ideas what's going on here? It's good for a stream. It was going so well. Even the thumbnail down here, it has the grass in. Alright, well, we'll turn those off then, I guess. That's a bummer, man. Oops, that's a building. Turn this back on. And open up our content drawer. And stock in the layout. And we'll choose just a rock from something. Not a cliff face. Let's see. Yeah, like a boulder. Nah, it's too big. Like a smaller boulder, like that, yeah. Nah, that looks crappy. Okay. What is happening? Nanite. What's it called? Buffer. Node buffer. Let's do node. Okay, R nanite. R nanite node. Where are you? Nanite max nodes. 5 million. Okay. Okay, right there. Right there. That's all. I mean, it's just a bummer. Hey, Derek, greetings from North Carolina. Hey, welcome. You should check out William Foucher. He has Easy Fog tool. It's a lot easier to art direct. I don't know that our Easy Fog is a lot easier to art direct than Ultra Dynamic Sky. I've watched William's stuff. Ultra Dynamic Sky is really easy to art direct. I mean, I'll look at it, but from what I've seen, he doesn't really offer anything that Ultra Dynamic Sky doesn't, beyond maybe some fog cards, which are cool. And I could check his stuff out. I think he has some sales. I would do that, but yeah, he does a lot of stuff with path tracing, which is cool. But maybe his fog stuff works better with path tracing than Ultra Dynamic Sky does. But if we switch to path tracing, we'll see. It'll look very different. Yeah, I don't think I have it set up for that, which is fine. Yeah. Easy Fog actually isn't multi-purposed. It looks bad in up close, actually. UD is more controllable. Yeah, I think the fog cards they come with it would be cool for the background assets, like the layer in the mountains and stuff. But I think Ultra Dynamic Sky has fog cards as well. If I type in fog here, let's see. Yeah. Looks like there's some fog materials, but no fog. Well, actually, we'll just look. Let's see. Particles. Dust. Lightning strikes, Niagara, radial storm, rain, snow, volumetric cloud, light rays, puddle fluid. Yeah, there's some cool stuff. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it has fog cards, weather effects, materials, override wind, puddles. Rain splines are really cool. But yeah, for the most part, I like Ultra Dynamic Sky. Is all I need to do. But I'll check out William's stuff. I've watched a lot of his stuff. A lot of his. It's funny because Unreal Engine is like changed a lot, but I've been keeping up with Unreal Engine for the last few years. Because I think I knew I was going to switch over at some point, and it just kind of seems like it's now is the time, if you're used to another DCC, to come over, because it's just makes more sense. Like, there's a lot of misinformation out there about how to render things out and things you have to certainly do and things like that, and it's weird like that. Where in the frick did I put this? Did I put this in here? I should have put it in here if I didn't. New folder. Stream. Wow. Okay, save there. And then, but doing the different samples and things, it is a little confusing. My little one's coming in. Sorry, we're live streaming. We're almost done. Hi, little bit. Hi, sweetie. You did good at picture day. Hi. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, baby. All right, we'll do 24, 60, now 1440. All right, now settings, anti-aliasing, turn this on. But so like the way it works is like, this is for Lumen, this is like anti-aliasing, that's all it does. But when you switch it to Path Tracer, this doesn't become anti-aliasing, it becomes the sample count for the light rays, just like an Octane or anything like that. Which is weird, but it doesn't change what it says, it just is actually how it works. So it becomes confusing when you try to have like, wait, but I render one way. So you render differently for path tracing, obviously, but that's the majority of the issues that people run into. But the fact that you can just come in here, you just have to come in here and turn on nanite and all this stuff, but you don't have to do any of that anymore. You can literally just type in like max quality and it'll adjust a bunch of things and for you just like that. So get your light rays and everything up as high as it can go for your post-process volume, because the main thing with Unreal Engine is like you have your post-process volume, you have your camera settings, and you have your render settings, and all of those things collectively work together to make the end result. So it's not just like, just do this one thing and everything's going to look great, because you have to have the light rays and the light, and the camera needs to have this and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Most of the time you can get away with the auto exposure, though. It looks pretty cool. But for the most part, that's really it. It's just like the post-process tells you how the light's going to work. The render settings tell you how the anti-aliasing is going to work. And that's really all you need to worry about. And your camera, you set up your camera how you want it. That's cool. All right, let's see. Our grass should still be there this time. Yeah. Oh, good. There we go. And that's why you do a warm-up. That looks better anyway. I do miss the mossy grass. We could try to put some moss on that rock. I'm not worried about it, though. We'll wrap up the stream. Again, thanks everybody for hanging out. Yeah. It gets a little confusing, but it's still less confusing than Redshift's render settings and stuff were when they first launched. Yeah. But the thing is, like, coming from other GCCs like Blender or Redshift or whatever, if you know how to render, you know how to render. It works the same across all of them. It's just figuring out how to do it and what it's called in this version of the software. Because for the most part, it's all the same. It's just called different things. Light bounces are still light bounces. Refractions, refraction. Reflections, reflection. Everything when it comes to a material is based on a value from 0 to 1. 0 being black, 1 being white. And if you understand that, you can pretty much make whatever you want. That's a pretty decent render for an hour thing. It's not my favorite. It ended up, I liked the grass we had before. I'm kind of bummed that it didn't work, but it's okay. We could art direct it and change it and tweak it some more, but for the most part, I'm happy with it for an hour. WStream, thank you. I appreciate that. I enjoyed streaming. Let's toss this in here, put a LUT on it maybe, and toss some music and wind on it too, but I'll post it. And thank you guys for joining me and everything. So yeah, we'll just drop it in here. UE5 renders. Oh my gosh, I'm all over the place. Sort. I'm blind. Am I blind? Wow. Why is this not in order? Wait, I've really lost my mind. Render, found it. This is called stream. There's nothing in there. Where did I save this? Oh my god. Oops. Did I close Unreal? It's fine. It's fine. We'll find it. UV5, we call this stream. Right? That's what the JPEGs were called? Or am I losing it? This. Nope. Nope. Man, that's stream 1. That's where the grass didn't load in. Oh, I'm so annoyed. Did I save it in? Just somewhere crazy. I lost my mind, guys. Nuts. I've lost it. It's gotta be in like the like the C users, user documents, Unreal projects. This one, saved, movie renders, 0 animate. Yeah, that's me. But I want my stream one, which there it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. It's annoying. That's just me being lazy. There we go. Stream sequence input. New sequence. Boom. Cool. Let's go like right here. We'll do a teeny bit of exposure boost, a little bit of contrast, highs and lows, like so. And then we'll flick through some of these, see if we see anything that pops out at us. It's not too over the top. These aren't very good LUTs to begin with. That's kind of cool. This is Gold Rush, but turn it down. Sharpen it up, vibrance up, saturation up a smidge. And now we can mess with the colors wheel if we want. Let's do the 3 color wheels. You just get more control. Close Unreal Engine. I don't need that anymore. Okay. What has happened? Thank you. Alright, shadows, pull this down, make them a little blue. Midtones will pop to be a little orange. And highlights will actually bring those to be a little blue as well. Bring down the midtones a smidge. Boom. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think the beams are a little too much, but they're nice. Yeah. Right on. Thank you all. I need some lunch. Enjoy your day. Thanks for hopping in. Let me know if you guys want more streams in the comments and stuff for sure. And what you guys want to see. Give me ideas. I just want to build these quick like 1 hour worlds, 1 hour rooms, you know, just maybe take a kit or product or something on Fab, or anything that you're interested in, and let's just try it out. Let's play around with Lumen versus Path Tracer, Metahuman versus whatever. So we can do all kinds of stuff, but I like doing these live stream kind of things when they work well. But then if they don't, you get to see me troubleshoot it and figure it out. So I'll figure out more about that scatter thing. But let me know what you guys want. See you next time.